Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, February the 25th, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, there's been a debate in the country in the last 6 months or so about opening the schools. And that debate has been primarily in the public schools because, as you probably know, the Catholic schools are running in most of the country. The private schools are running in most of the country, and some districts are also opened. I mean, here in Texas, for example, most of the kids are going to school. Now, some schools will give you the option of virtual school or in person, particularly if the parents are concerned for some health reasons. And also, they offer teachers, in many cases, a similar option if the teacher feels that it's better not to go out for whatever health reasons. But those are exceptions. For the most part, the teachers are in class and the kids are in class. And this is true of primarily most of the red states, Texas, Florida, and so on. The problem is in many of the blue states, particularly many of the cities like Chicago, New York, and so on, where the Public Teachers Union pretty much runs the show when it comes to the schools. Well, in the last couple of days, a very interesting column came out in the New York Times by a fellow named Nicholas Kristof. And Mr. Kristof is a liberal. He's the kind of guy who's written things about Trump over the last year, and not exactly a friend of Trump, to say the least. And he's certainly not a critic of the Public Teachers Union. But he came out with an article basically saying that the reason that the schools were closed had nothing to do with science. It was all about Trump, meaning it was opposition to Trump that actually kept many of these schools closed. And he makes the argument in his article that we've done a lot of damage to kids. That's exactly right. Kids are never going to learn as well at home in front of a computer as they are in a classroom with a teacher and other classmates where they can interact and so on. Now, as I said before, the Catholic schools are doing fine. The private schools are doing fine, but it was the public schools that were refusing to open. And I think we've now reached the point, and that's why I think this article by Mr. Kristof is so timely, where the real story is coming out. And that is, it had nothing to do with science and had everything to do with opposition to Donald Trump, President Trump. Now, of course, President Trump is gone now, so now the teachers union has other issues. But Mr. Kristof, I think, makes the very valid point. This had nothing to do with science. Not today. This was all about opposing President Trump to the harm of the kids. And this is what makes me angry, that a lot of these kids have been hurt tremendously by this decision to keep the schools closed. Thank you for watching. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.